Today's video brings you a powerful health lecture by Professor Joo-Hwan Kim, whose talk titled How to Age Without Getting Sick has reached over 8 million views in South Korea. This lecture has deeply resonated with Korean audiences and is widely praised for helping older adults live longer, healthier, and more independent lives. Now, we've adapted this message especially for seniors here in the US. We hope that by listening to his insights, you too can take one step closer to a stronger, healthier life. Don't fall for every health claim you hear. This is good for you, that's good for your body. Honestly, a lot of it is just not true. You've probably heard of people who brag about sleeping only 4 hours, working hard, hustling non-stop. But take a look at Margaret Thatcher or Ronald Reagan. Both were famous for sleeping very little. And in their final years, they both developed dementia. You see these things all over YouTube. Eat this, avoid that. But here's the truth. We still don't fully know which specific foods are truly good or bad for your health. That said, there are a few things that science has confirmed with real clarity. Have you ever wondered which one matters most? Sleep, eating, exercise? Most people would say diet or workouts, but according to science, there's something even more important to fix first. It's not just about living longer. It's about living healthier, longer. In other words, extending your health span that help you live long and well. So here's the bottom line. 1. Get enough sleep. 2. Time your meals wisely. 3. Do Zone 2 cardio. These aren't just healthy habits. They're the key to protecting your heart, brain, and immune system. Let's follow along as Professor Kim explains, backed by science and real-life examples. We've all heard things like, you only need 4 hours of sleep. Successful people sleep less. But Professor Joo-Hwan Kim from Yonsei University strongly disagrees. He says, that's the fastest way to damage your brain. Sleep isn't just rest. It's your brain's default state, a time when it repairs and reorganizes itself. He explains it like this. We don't get tired and then sleep. Actually, sleep is our natural state. Being awake is just a temporary break from it. Professor Kim points to strong scientific evidence. Deep sleep, 7 to 8 hours a night, is linked to heart health, cancer prevention, and reduced risk of dementia. Want a shocking example? On the first day of daylight saving time in the US, heart attack rates jump by 24% just from losing 1 hour of sleep. And when the clock moves back, heart attacks go down by 21%. It's not just about feeling tired. Sleep loss affects your memory, focus, and ability to learn. In one US study, schools delayed start times by just an hour, and students' SAT scores improved across the board. More sleep, better brain performance. Professor Kim also challenges a common myth, that sleeping in means you're lazy. In reality, to study and work well, you need to sleep well first. He even argues that not getting enough sleep is a failure of both health and moral responsibility. That's not just health advice. That's a philosophy of how to live right. We often ask, what should I eat to be healthy? But Professor Joo-Hwan Kim from Yonsei University quietly yet firmly says, when and how you eat matters even more than what you eat. He explains that obsessing over perfect diets often leads to anxiety and confusion, because most nutrition research is based on observational studies, which can't clearly prove cause and effect. Take this example. Red meat causes cancer. Sounds convincing, but people who eat lots of red meat often also drink more alcohol and eat fewer vegetables. That's called a compounding effect, and it's often ignored in headlines. So, Professor Kim warns, don't blindly trust those numbers. That said, there are a few things that science clearly agrees are bad for your health. High fructose corn syrup, trans fats, too much sugar. There's no study out there saying these are good. So, the growing trend of no sugar, no additives, That's actually backed by science. But what should we focus on? Professor Kim is clear. Blood sugar should guide your meals. Even if you eat the same food, your blood glucose response can change depending on when and in what order you eat. This matters because sharp spikes in blood sugar can lead to insulin resistance and even prediabetes. So here's the golden rule he suggests. 1. Eat vegetables first. 2. Then proteins and fats. 3. Finish with carbohydrates. This order helps prevent blood sugar spikes, and when your blood sugar drops slowly after eating, it can even trigger autophagy, your body's natural self-cleaning system that recycles old cells and boosts recovery. Now, that's what real healing looks like, from the inside out. Everyone says exercise is good for your health, but Professor Joo-Hwan Kim takes it a step further. He says, exercise is the only way to revive your mitochondria. So, what are mitochondria? They are the tiny power plants inside your cells. They fuel your body, support recovery, and help you stay youthful and strong. But if we stop moving, our mitochondria begin to weaken, and our health span, the years we live in good health, starts to shrink. So, what kind of exercise actually works? Professor Kim recommends something called Zone 2 training. He even calls it combat training. Here's what that means. Zone 2 is when your body's oxygen use and supply are balanced. You're a little out of breath, but you can still hold a conversation. Let's break it down. Say you're 50 years old. Your estimated maximum heart rate is 220 minus your age. That's 170. So you want to exercise at about 65% to 75% of that. That's roughly 110 to 120 beats per minute. All you need to do is stay at that heart rate for about 30 to 40 minutes by walking, biking lightly, or doing an easy jog. It may feel almost too easy, but the key is consistency, doing it regularly. Using a smartwatch or fitness band to track your heart rate, even better. There's another bonus. Zone 2 gives you mental space. You can think clearly, almost like meditation while moving, and it's flexible. You can do it on a treadmill, a stationary bike, or just take a walk outside. At the end of your session, adding a short burst of higher heart rate training can boost your stamina, focus, and even emotional energy. Professor Kim practices this routine himself, and he says he feels the benefits firsthand. So, in the end, Zone 2 isn't just exercise. It's a full recovery system for your body. It repairs your mitochondria, builds resilience, and sharpens your focus and emotional balance. Start your Zone 2 journey today. Let's wrap this up. First, get enough sleep. 7 to 8 hours. It's the foundation of your health. Second, when you eat matters more than what you eat. Giving your body time to rest between meals is key to healing and recovery. Third, do consistent Zone 2 exercise. Keep your heart rate steady, wake up your mitochondria, and protect both your body and your brain. If you follow these 3 habits, you won't just live longer. You'll live with energy, clarity, and independence. A healthy lifespan, your health span, into your 90s and beyond? Yes, it's possible, and it starts with the choices you make today. Now, did someone come to mind as you watch this? A friend, a parent, someone you care about deeply? If so, share this video with them. One simple click could protect their health and even change their life. You could be the reason someone starts living better. So, go ahead. Be that person. Be the guardian of your family's health. This is LiveWell. Thank you for watching.